for something. Hey everybody, we're back at it at the Scentitar channel. So today I have my friend Zach here.
How are you?
And we're just going to review 10 fragrances I pulled from my collection, 10 kind of top selling or really modern fragrances that somebody new to the fragrance world might be really interested in, might be something they'd be really interested in. And today hopefully we find a fragrance for Zach that he really likes and that he can go out and get himself. And of course there's great deals, you know, on FragranceNet and places like that. So let's get into it. The first one we have is Dillon Blue. And I'm just going to get him to smell it, and I guess I'll talk a little bit about it. So, what do you think about that one, Zach?
Oh, it's very fresh. It smells very, very fresh, actually. I really like that. Yeah. Oh, that is nice, Ben. What can you tell me about it?
Well, Dillon Blue is compared to Sauvage. It's really in the same family as like Chanel, Bleu de Chanel.
Of course.
And it's just a fragrance. It does have some freshness to it, but it has like a little bit of an incense vibe. And this one's a little bit different because it has a little bit of patchouli, and it has an interesting kind of like cotton feel. I don't know if you detected that, but that comes from papyrus.
Okay.
So I know it's an odd note that you might never notice, but if you really smell this one, I think it has more character than Sauvage. It's not as loud as Sauvage. It's just blended better. So if you love those fragrances, if you've used a ball of Sauvage and you're looking for another one, I think this is a great one to try out. It's still sweet and modern, and ladies definitely like it too. I can attest to that one.
Oh, I hear you.
So let's jump to Ferragamo F-Block.
Seems like I'd really like it.
Yeah, you might just like it.
I really do like that.
You really do like it?
It smells really sweet to me. I really like the sweetness in it.
It does have some sweetness.
Reminds me of fair cotton candy.
Cotton candy?
Yeah,
Okay. That's cool. This one is really great, guys. I really recommend it. Before I talk about it, remember that you can find this at discounters like below $20. So this is one of the best ones that I really recommend for men. If you've heard of Spice Bomb and you like that one, if you wanted like L'Enduit Cologne with better performance, this is it. It has cardamom, so it's all spicy. It does have some sweetness. It almost has like a mellow, kind of sophisticated kind of feel of Bleu de Chanel. I don't think it smells exactly like it, but it almost has that feel, but with a little bit of spiciness. It's just for $15 or $17. This one's really hard to beat.
Yeah, that's really reasonable.
So this was definitely one of the cheapy or affordable ones I recommend. Let's jump to one that's a little bit more expensive, but it's spicy too.
Okay.
This is Minh Prive, and I'm sure y'all have been hearing a lot about this one in the fragrance world. So let's get him to smell this one, see what he thinks about this one. It's got an interesting chapter.
Yeah, I was checking.
Everybody talks about that. So.
Oh man, this is really masculine.
Yeah, it is.
There's a darker smell to it as well. I really like that, and you can't beat that cap. They really know how to make it feel special. They really do.
It's kind of like a flask, isn't it?
Yeah,
people joke about that. They're like, oh. But yeah, you're right. This one has a darker feel.
Yes.
It has a little bit of a classic feel to it, but it's still definitely modern. It's spicy. Did it smell boozy at all?
A little bit. Very, very lightly. Remind me of like a light bourbon.
Something like that, yeah. So people say it smells a tiny bit like whiskey.
Yeah.
Bourbon whiskey, yeah. So this one's really great, guys. It's not too pricey at all. It's a really great fragrance. If you liked L'Enduit Cologne and want better performance or something different, this one's new. It's original. So guys, I'd recommend you try that one out too. I like this one too.
Yeah, I really like that.
For in the designer world,
yeah.
That's. So I guess we're just going to run through the spicy fragrances first, and we're going to get to some of the fresher one, except for the private affairs at the end. So this one, it's not particularly similar, so I'm interested to see what you think. This is another spicy fragrance, but it's different. These fragrances would work well in the fall, and even in the winter now.
It really does smell like a winter fragrance to me. It's just the way it smells projects very nicely.
Yeah.
I like that.
It has good performance, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. Just from smelling it.
Yeah.
It smells really nice.
I get a strong like hour and a half or 2 hours of projection. This is one of my best performing.
Yes.
I would even say beast mode.
Beast mode.
People talk about that. They do. This is one of the only ones, especially in the designer world, that I would say is beast mode. So.
I got you.
I mean, I one time I wore like 4 sprays and I felt like I filled up like a huge room.
Yeah.
I went to like a stadium or something. People could really smell me from a long ways away. So you want to be careful.
Yeah, definitely.
But this one has a lot of spiciness. It smells like Spice Bomb, and it's very masculine as well. And the dry down, it has kind of like a classic men's feel, and it has a lot of charm with some masculine florals. So at first it's a little bit more rugged, and then it becomes a little bit easier to love. So I really like this one too.
It's a really nice one.
Yeah, and it's very classy. Man in Black.
That's what I was looking at. That it looks very classy. Even just the packaging looks classy.
Yeah. So if you wanted something for like a business party, you're gonna smell really nice, leave a really good impression. So let's jump to, we were talking about fresh fragrances earlier. So this is one of the freshest, and I think it's one of the OG or original fragrances, like Aqua di Gio.
Right.
And I personally prefer this one better than the original.
Oh, that looks beautiful in there.
Yeah, doesn't it look pretty?
I can only imagine how good it smells.
I know this one isn't particularly a good fragrance for the fall. It still has enough performance, especially indoors, to be pulled off. So, see what you think about this one.
Oh, that's very nice. That reminds me of a Nautica type of fragrance. It really does, yeah. That's really fresh. Nice soapy smell to it.
Oh yeah, it definitely has soapiness.
Yes.
So it has neroli.
Okay.
And it has citruses like lemon and bergamot and all that. I don't think there's grapefruit particularly. But it has neroli, and that can smell especially kind of soapy.
Yeah, definitely.
So you're definitely going to smell clean. And I think it smells a little bit sophisticated. Aqua di Gio is a little bit more playful or youthful. This one's just a little bit classy. This is one of the fragrances that people have said, and I really agree, and I'll say the same thing, that if you're going to an interview for a job, this one is really mass appealing and smells classy. So I really recommend that one for... I mean, this one's hard to beat for just everyday occasions. The Dillon Blue is probably better for the fall, but...
that's still really fresh, though. That's a fresh...
Oh, yeah. You won't offend anybody.
No.
It's an inoffensive fragrance, even though it has a little oomph behind it.
Definitely.
So this is one of the only ones that's really kind of discontinued. I was really sad to hear that this was discontinued. Guys, y'all know this one. This is Bulgari's Aqua Amara. So you really like the Aqua. Let's see what you think of this one.
Ooh. Oh, that is nice.
Yeah, careful.
It reminds me of someone's grandfather, Ben.
Grandfather?
I can't get behind it. I can't. This is the only one I've smelled that...
It doesn't work for you, huh?
No, and I really thought it would. Whenever it smells like an old person to me.
It does?
Nothing wrong with it, though. It just reminds me of something a more mature man would wear.
More mature?
Yeah. For me.
It's a rugged, like bitter orange.
Yes.
And it has lots of patchouli. It has incense, which for a lot of people, especially if you're new to fragrances, incense is something that can be off-putting. So it does smell mature.
Yeah, it does.
So a lot of you younger guys, if you're encouraged to go and buy this one really quick because it's discontinued, you might want to get a decant or smell it off of somebody. I still think it's a wonderful fragrance. If you're looking for a gift for your dad or your grandfather, this one's especially good. For the summer, it seems to be a little bit more citrusy, so I still really like it, but again, it's not for everybody. So this is an honest review, guys.
Yeah.
He'd never smelled this before, so take it with a grain of salt. Don't hate on me or Zach. So that one's a favorite. That has a loyal following.
I hear you. I didn't know that.
No, it's fine. There's been times where people like watch reviews and the ladies just like diss on a Ventus, and that really gets them riled up.
I like a Ventus.
He's like, he likes a Ventus though.
I smelled some of that earlier.
So here's this is Terre de Hermes Eau Tres Fresh. So he smelled Intense Vetiver earlier, which I still gotta do a review for you guys. But this is Eau Tres Fresh. See what you think of this one.
Oh, it lives up to the name. That is definitely fresh.
Tres Fresh, 3 fresh.
3, yeah, more than 3. Quattro Cinco.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you like it?
I really do. That's really nice. I would wear that on a date night, actually.
Okay.
I would personally.
Something like a first date, maybe?
First, second, or third.
Okay, he's really into this one.
I really like that.
This one's really fresh, it's really classy, it still has the Terre de Hermes DNA with vetiver and a little bit of that, like, mineral smell. Some people say soil, but I think it smells almost a little bit more like mineral. So, and it has a little bit of that orange going on and that citrus and maybe a little bit of neroli, so you're definitely clean and fresh. Yeah. This is, I think, one of the best designer fragrances in my opinion. I don't know, but I think some reviewers might be keeping it under wraps because they don't want everybody to know.
Of course.
You know, it gets too popular and then you can't wear what you like, you know?
Yeah.
So we're going to jump now to Bentley Intense. Have you heard about this one?
I think I've heard you talk about it. I know you've talked about Bentley before, but I don't know about the Intense.
Okay, so Jeremy Fragrance talked about this one about a month ago or so, and I've been really hyping it up. Let's see what you think about this one.
Oh man, I think this is my favorite one so far.
Really?
Oh, it's so sharp.
Yeah, it has an awful lot of sage, like a basil smell off the top.
I really like that.
Yeah?
I was gonna say Man in Black was my favorite at first, but now after smelling that, I think that's a prize there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, again, guys, it smells like niche quality. It smells upscale, a little bit more gentlemanly. So if you're hearing the hype and you're younger than 20, this might not be for you. But if you're like 25 or so and want something really classy, it's boozy.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it smells boozy and sophisticated. I think Jeremy Fragrance might have said this is like a James Bond fragrance.
That's kind of what I think of, like the most interesting gentleman.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, the most interesting gentleman
would be wearing a
very special guy. You know, a fragrance for a very special and interesting fellows.
Yes.
So it's a very good fragrance. It smells niche for the money. And this might be one you want to get, Zach, because you can get this one for about $30.
Actually, I'm probably going to start looking into that. I might break out the debit card over that.
Okay. That's good. So we'll see if this one can stop the show here, the last one. This is Baldessari's Private Affairs. This is a brand that doesn't get a lot of love. Some of their fragrance sadly get discontinued. I think, well, before I say anything, let's get Zach to smell it.
Oh man. Is that citrus I detect?
Not too much.
Don't lie to me now, Bill.
No.
I don't know what that is, but I love it.
It's different, isn't it?
That's the most unique fragrance we've smelled out of the lineup, honestly.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
This has like a cashmere, almost like a leather type of smell, almost like a black suede kind of smell. It's a designer kind of oud fragrance. So I don't know if you know much about oud, but it's like a dark woody smell. If it's authentic, if they don't do it, I mean, they might want to do it that way, but it can smell barnyard, it can smell very different and be off-putting. But Baldessari, I think, did it right in the designer game, where it's still mass appealing, but it's still very different. I think it smells like a Tom Ford fragrance. Does it remind you of Extreme at all?
With undertones of
Undertone.
Yes. I wouldn't go that far, but a little bit.
A little bit.
Yes.
And guys, this is really good. I don't know if this is going to dry up much because of hype. I'm the only one hyping it, but this is $25.
No. I'm not going to lie. I may be looking into that.
You'll smell very different, guys. This is great for gifts. If you know somebody who likes fragrances and, wants something different, this might be a great gift, guys, for your dad or somebody. So, highly recommend that one. So, we haven't done a rating system at all, and I know we've just smelt the openings, guys. Hope you'll forgive me. I'd like to do that more in the future. But do you have one you liked best out of them, Zach?
I do.
No, it's your opinion. You can be brutally honest, whatever it is.
The Bentley.
Bentley?
I will look into buying the Bentley
Bentley.
here shortly.
The Bentley.
Yeah, I don't know, just the look of it, the smell of it. They were all good. I actually like the fresh fragrance. They're the three
Oh, Trace Fresh.
Yeah, Trace
by
Fresh.
Terre de Hermes.
Yeah, that was nice as well. And so was the Man in Black. I really like that. But the Bentley, for me, it took the cake. I'm not gonna lie.
It stole the show. Huh?
Yeah, and I thought Private Affairs. I thought, man, I may look into the Private Affairs, but actually, I like the Bentley. If it was up to me, yeah.
The Bentley. So the Bentley's really winning. This is becoming a hype beast in the community, I think, with good reason. So if you've been trigger shy about buying this one, guys, I'd encourage you to get your nose on it. So
definitely.
Yeah. So guys, this has been Zach. I hope to get more people on here. I live close to a college campus, so maybe we can see what we can do about, tracking some people down.
That would be interesting, actually.
Yeah, that'd be fun. So
that'd be a lot of fun.
So thank you for being here, guys, at the Scentitar channel. It's always fun. Let me know what you think about this new ideas. Pulling people on, getting their opinions. Everybody's got a different style about how they go about it, but good to have you here, and I'll see you again next time on the Scentitar channel.